Hello there, and welcome to this, the penultimate stage in the Driftsonic tour of 8 stages. This is stage 7, and exciting things are happening. Now, the Team Blue Llama, the Peloton team, have run away with this. They can't be caught, can they? Surely not. No, it's not possible. So they've won overall as a team. But where things do get a bit more exciting and a bit more interesting is with the yellow jersey, because you can see the Peloton ruler, Alain Royale, is currently in the lead, but not by much. And my ruler, Scott Raven, is pretty close on his heels. So I think that's what the glory we can try and get to, I think, maybe, would be to win something from that in the yellow jersey. Let's take a look at the teams. So someone from these teams is going to be the victorious yellow jersey rider, and one team will win overall. If you want to have a look and see how this tour is working, you can pause the video and read this. It's stayed the same throughout the whole thing. And if we take a look at this stage course, we can see this is a tricky one. Let's get a closer look at it. It's got a lot of uphills, and they're pretty evenly spaced out, which means it's hard to know when to play those larger cards. Now, as always, in this tour, we have the sprint star. So on that turn, whoever goes furthest past the sprint star will get a bonus point at the end of the stage. And so on our little route here, it's just at the end of tile D. Okay, and it's a tricky one because it's quickly followed by an uphill. So it's not like you can get towards the end of D and then throw in a 9, because you're going to be limited to 5. So it's that difficult decision of when to play those cards, and all those kind of decisions that you have to make as you go along. Always tricky. Okay, we've got 3 exhaustion carried over for the ruler, 2 exhaustion for the sprinter. And we have the exciting possibility at the moment, or the exciting position where I think possibly for the first time in this whole tour, I have a rider in first position, my ruler. Okay, right, I think that's everything we need to know. So let's get started. Right, well, you see, this is the tricky thing, because almost immediately we've got an uphill. So we're going to be limited to 5, aren't we, in that first bit of movement. So that's something we're going to have to bear in mind. Right, let's get for the ruler then. Now, you see straight away, what do we do here? Because we're going to lose a movement. Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done. Just before we rush ahead here, we haven't done the weather forecast. We need to take a look at what the weather is doing on this course. Oh, it's looking like a lovely day. Is this going to be a completely fair weather? Oh, no, we've got a tailwind right towards the end. Now, that could turn out to be very useful indeed, because it's coming towards the end. That extra card could make all the difference. Oh, and we've got one more tile here, sorry. Oh, that's fair weather. All right, so there we go. That's how things look as we go ahead. Right, now we're ready to get started. Now, if you saw the last stage, you may have noticed the slight technical issue where I had paused the recording, but then I thought I hadn't, and all sorts of crazy things happened. So we lost a little portion, which was not ideal. I shall endeavour not to do that again. Okay, so I think going back to what we were talking about, I'm going to have to play a 6 here, and and lose a movement for the ruler, and try and stay in the pack with the sprinter, I guess. Okay, so the ruler is a 6, so it's going to get 5. And now the Peloton team attack. Now, this is interesting. Front rider goes 2, and the back rider wants to go 9. 2, 3, 4, can go 5. So that's not worked out well. 3 for the black sprinter. Green ruler is a 5. Red sprinter is a 2. Red ruler is a 6. And green sprinter is a 4. So we're going to get an exhaustion for the ruler. So let's pop that on before we forget. Sprinters safely in the pack. And we go into round 2. And the riders are, well, one's coming into the hill and one is on the hill. So let's go with the ruler first. Now, do we go 5 here? Are we going to want to take too much exhaustion? I think we go 5 to clear the hill, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck on the hill for another go. And we'll go maximum we can, 5 for the sprinter. Okay, so ruler 5 gets him over the end of the hill. Then the peloton team, 7, but they'll get 5. Still on the hill, which is good for me. Green ruler wants 6, but we'll get 5. Red ruler is a 4. Blue, well, that was 7, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets 5. We played a 5 for the sprinter. Oh, loses a movement. That's a shame. Green sprinter wants a 9. And the red sprinter, 5. Okay, so very much tightly together as a pack. It's going to be another exhaustion for the ruler. And we go into round 3. Okay, so we're going to be coming around this corner here. A little bit of clear, but then we've got another little uphill here, followed shortly by the sprint start and then another uphill. So there's an awful lot of uphills in this. Okay. So let's go ruler again. Now, thinking maybe just a 3 here or a 4. Hoping that the peloton go 5. I'm going to go 3, I think, here, because otherwise I'm just going to take exhaustion after exhaustion. And 5 is the highest we can go for with the sprinter. So the ruler is going to go 3. The peloton team attack. Now, this is not really worked out for them or me. So 2 for the front rider. Then the green ruler wants 6. We'll get 5. Red ruler is 3. Clears the hill. Now that should be a 9 for the peloton, but they'll get 5. Slots in front of their teammates. Sprinter, black sprinter is a 5. Green sprinter is 9, but we'll get 5. We'll only get 4. Disastrous. And the red sprinter, same thing, got 9, but we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and is still stuck on the hill. Well, it's exhaustion again for the ruler. Nothing for the sprinter. We are coming up to another hill as we go into round 4. We're all coming around this corner now, so we're going to have to think carefully about this. So the ruler, tricky thing, I really feel like I have to drop down a bit, so I think I'm going to play an exhaustion card and just try and drop into the pack a little bit more. And you'd only get 6 if you played the 9. So let's go 4 and see how this works out. So the ruler is going to go 2. Okay. Green ruler is going to go 3. Then the peloton team are a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 they get. Send the other pelotons behind. He wants 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does get all of his 6. The black sprinter is a 4. Up alongside his teammates. Red ruler is a 5. Only gets 4 of those. Green sprinter, just the 2. And the red sprinter is a 4. Slots in there. So, no exhaustion, which is good, but also no slipstreaming as well. Definitely going to go through this uphill on the next round. So no exhaustion to take. And the ruler is still technically ahead. Okay, now let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 could clear the hill. And then we've got the sprint star coming up. So let's play a 5. Do we get them both through the hill? I think we do. Okay, well, hopefully. Let's see how this works out. So we've got the peloton team first. Ooh, look at this. Lots of 5s. Green ruler is a 5 as well. Then both of my riders are a 5. The red ruler is a 6. Only gets 5. Red sprinter is a 5 on the hill, and the green sprinter is a 5. Stuck before the hill. Well, that is amazing. Look at all those 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5. No exhaustion to take. Okay, so we have the upcoming sprint star. Hopefully the peloton team will pull out something low. So if I pull out a 9 for the sprinter, you'd get 8 out of the 9. Seems like a good time to play it. And for the ruler, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, let's see. Let's see what we get. Okay, we'll go 6. And we're going to take that 9 every day all along. Okay, so blue, the peloton team, 5. Takes them 2 past the sprint star. The green ruler is a 3. Black ruler is a 6. Black sprinter is a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Red ruler is a 7. Oh, hang on. No, that's going to be a 5, isn't it? Because they were there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually that's the sort of thing that I don't realise until I've finished. 4 for the sprinter. And for the green sprinter, a 5. Okay, so this is the first time I think we've got some slipstreaming. So slipstreaming at the back. And then slipstreaming. So we're very much in a pack. Now, the sprinter is going to take exhaustion. But also furthest past the sprint star in that turn. So is going to get the bonus point at the end, which could prove crucial. So let's pop his little marker on. Right, there we go. We do not want to forget to put that bonus mark on at the end. And now we go into round 7. Okay, so we're coming along to, let's just have a little rearrange here. So we're going straight into a little uphill, then we've got a little bit of flat and then another uphill. And we're still not done with the uphills. There's another little one right up towards the end here. So it's a tricky stage, this. Okay, the sprinter is ahead, so let's pick for the sprinter. Now 4 gets him through the uphill. Now the maximum we're going to get here is a 5, which will get to the top of the hill. So not ideal, but best we can do. Okay, so the sprinter is going to go 4. Gets through the hill. Now the peloton team, 3. Stuck on the hill, which is good for me. The ruler is a 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the hill, but just behind his teammates. green ruler 4. Red ruler is a 3. Red sprinter is a 5. And the green sprinter is a 4. So wow, look at this, still very closely together as we come into that downhill. Sorry, as we go through the uphill, what am I talking about? The sprinter is going to take an exhaustion. And we go into round 8. Now, it's tricky this, isn't it? Let's go sprinter. And I'm thinking play an exhaustion here. And see if somebody else can't help me out with... Ooh. I think we do the same with the rouleur. Okay, so sprinter is a 2. So is the rouleur. Now the peloton team is a 3. We'll only get 2 of the 3 for the yellow jersey holder. Now the green ruler is a 4. Only gets 3. The red sprinter is a 2. Still on the hill. 5 for the we've got sprinter next. Red ruler is right. And that is a 5. 1, 2, only gets 3 of the 5 and is still stuck on the hill. And the green sprinter wants 4, only gets 2 of the 4 and is still stuck on the hill. So amazingly still tightly bunched together here. I do get my exhaustion straight back for the sprinter, but I suppose it hasn't increased the number. And if we take a closer look here, we can see that the red riders back are still on the hill. Everyone else is through the hill, but we've got another uphill to come. 5 will be the maximum, so the most you could get is to the top of the hill. My riders. So let's see what happens. The sprinter is ahead. It's difficult this, isn't it? Once I'm through that hill, there is the possibility to play that 9. There's a longer straight here, or it could be useful after the last hill to get as far past the finish as possible. Sorry, I'm pointing at something you can't see. There's a long stretch here before a little hill, and possibly you want a big card at the end to try and get as far past the finish as possible. It's difficult to know what to do for the best here. So I'm thinking, let's do what we did last time. Let's go and put an exhaustion back. And we'll see what the rouleur can do. So that gets my sprinter to here. Could try and offer a little bit of protection from the rouleur. Let's see how that works out. So it's going to be 2 for the sprinter, then 4 for the rouleur. Now, peloton team want 4. Green ruler would like 7. We won't get anything near it. 1, 2, 3. Red sprinter wants 5. Gets 4. Red ruler wants 7. Gets 3. And the green sprinter wants 5. Gets 4. So, incredibly still all bunched together. So the rouleur this time will take the exhaustion for their teammate. But still, I think fairly strong position now. Hopefully, we don't get all 2s. You've got to get through this hill as we go into round 10. And although I'm taking exhaustion, the other riders are not getting what they're playing. Okay, so I'm thinking we play the 4 here for the rouleur. Oh, really don't want to play. We've played a 9, haven't we? We've got 3 9s in the pack. But they're playing a 2. We'll only get him to the bottom of the hill, so he's going to be stuck for a couple of goes. Okay, well, we'll do that. So, exhaustion for the sprinter. Okay. So, the ruler is a 4. Then the peloton team wants 7, but we'll get 5. The sprinter was a 2, wasn't it? Yes. Onto the bottom of the hill. Peloton was 7, we'll get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then green ruler wants 7. Get through the hill. Red sprinter wants 9. Gets through the hill. Red ruler wants 6. Is stuck on the hill with me. And the green sprinter is a 3. So all of a sudden, I have fallen back. So a couple of rounds ago, this sprinter was in the lead. It is now second to last and is stuck on the hill, but the ruler is through. No exhaustion to take, which I suppose is the one good thing. So we're going to round 11 with no exhaustion. Now what's coming up? The finish, basically. Okay. So there is a little downhill just coming up. Then we've got a long flat with a tailwind, which could be useful. A little uphill before a downhill to the finish. Will any of this be of any benefit for me? Let's see. Okay, let's go 7 for the ruler to try and stay in contention. Now the sprinter is 1, 2, 3. So let's get him as far past the hill as we can. Okay, so let's get the pelotons first of all 4. Then 7 for the black ruler. It was 4 for the peloton, wasn't it? Onto the downhill. Green ruler 4. Red sprinter 3. Red ruler wants a 7, but we'll get 5. Onto the downhill. Then the black sprinter is a 3. Gets him through the hill. And the green sprinter is a 3, which gets him through the hill. Then we've got a little bit of slipstreaming at the back. And then some more slipstreaming over here. So look at this, still very much. None of these views are particularly good, are they? Still very much all together. Now, as I take exhaustion for the ruler, yet another one, I think it's going to come back to bite me at the end. So ruler exhaustion, I need to remember as well as we go into round 12 that my ruler is starting on the tailwind. So I need to add a tailwind to the ruler. And then that will give me an extra card to pick from, which could be useful. So let's pick for the ruler first. Okay, so do we just try and gun on ahead here with the 7? Because it might not get the chance to play it again. Might be able to use this downhill to my advantage with some of the exhaustion. That feels like a good idea. And I think we break out the 9 to get the sprinter back up as much as possible. There's no hills to stop him doing that, is there? No. Okay, good. Right. Let's see how this works out. Okay, so let's reveal the cards. So the ruler is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Peloton team 6. Chasing me down. Then we have the green ruler with a 7. Well, they're not leaving me much to play with, are they? Red ruler is a 4, which will go up to 5 because of the downhill. Then the red sprinter is a 2, up to 5. Then the black sprinter is the 9. Ooh, just gets 8 of the 9, but is a little bit further up the pack. And the green sprinter is a 3, which puts him on the downhill. Okay, a little bit of slipstreaming. So I do get my movement back that I lost, but then others are also gaining. And it's going to be exhaustion for the rouleur as we add that into round 13. But this time the sprinter is going to get the tailwind because he's on that tile. And where to put the cards? Let's put them up here. Right, okay. So we've done that. Let's pick for the rouleur. Now, this is an interesting decision to make. So if I play a 6, that would be a 5 because of the uphill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does get me through the hill. It's got to be that, hasn't it? And I think I'm going to have lots of 2s, but they might be able to, that downhill might be my saving grace. And now this is a decision, isn't it? If I was to play the 9, how much would I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of it's not worth it, is it? Whereas a 3, am I going to... Oh, it's a big decision, this, isn't it? I'll go 3. Yeah, I think that's the decision. Okay. So, ruler 6 will get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through the hill. The peloton team 6 will get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stuck on the hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green ruler will want 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we went 3 with the sprinter. 1, 2, 3. Red ruler 5. Red sprinter 3. And green sprinter is a 2 up to 5. Okay, so we have no slipstreaming here. We slipstream, and then we slipstream. Oh no, we don't slipstream here because of the hill. So these riders don't give slipstreaming. So it's exhaustion for the rouleur. Takes another exhaustion. And we see, as we come into round 14, what's left in the tank. Wow! Unbelievable. There's still a 7 in there. Would get me almost to the finish, and he would then definitely finish in the next round, even with all this exhaustion. Wow. That is amazing. So I feel like that's the right decision. I mean, I could play a 2, could try and get rid of some exhaustion, which would get me to here, and then play another exhaustion. But it's hard to know what the how strong the peloton. I feel like this has got to be the advantage where they're limited to 5, because they're only going to get as far as here. So I've got to play the 7, haven't I? Okay, unhelpfully, the 9 has come out again. It's not played into my hands at all, this, has it? So I'm going to have to play the 4 to get to the top of the hill. Not played those 9s well, I don't think. Okay, so the black ruler is a 7. 1, 2, almost to the finish line. What's the peloton team got in the tank? A 3. Gets them onto the downhill, though. Or what one of the riders does, anyway. Then the ruler 3. Green ruler, should I say. Red ruler, also a 3. Black sprinter is a 4. red sprinter wants a 9, gets 4 of the 5. And the green sprinter, right back here, gets a 2. So, no slipstreaming, and there'll be no slipstreaming here either because of the hill, and obviously no slipstreaming here, so both riders take an exhaustion. As we get into round 15. Right, okay, so the ruler is going to finish definitely this round. So let's see by how much. Well, we see, do we go 4? Don't know what the peloton have still got. Do we guarantee the win and then deal with the exhaustion going through to the final stage? I think we do. I'm going to guarantee the win. And then, unsurprisingly, it's all 2s. So let's play an exhaustion for the sprinter. Okay, so the ruler goes 4. Peloton team, 7. Also finish. Does not finish. Green ruler is a 5. Red ruler is a 4. Black sprinter is a 2. Sadly not on the downhill. The red sprinter is a 3. And the green sprinter is a 5. Okay. So we have a look and we have 2 finishes. So it's another strong finish for the peloton team, adding more points to their total. We've got no slipstreaming at the back, although I do slipstream onto the blue. No slipstreaming here, and there'll be slipstreaming there. So no exhaustion to take. Doesn't matter what we take for the rouleur. And it's the 9 all day long, isn't it? Let's see if this gives us anything further up the ranking. So, peloton 4. Green rouleur, a 2, does finish. Red rouleur, 2, but goes up to 5. Almost finishes. Black sprinter is a 9. Very nice. Red sprinter is a 4 up to 5. And the green sprinter, oh dear, wants a 9, but we'll get 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 does get him onto the downhill. So we have more finishes. No slipstreaming. And we go into round 17. Look at that, all that exhaustion. And let's see how this resolves. So are we all on 2s now? Oh, the peloton team, I think they're all down to their 2s. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So they would come there and there, and he would eventually finish at the end. So there is the final order. Which means we need to put some data in and see how this affects everything. Now, let's go to stage 7. So it was 8 points for the black ruler. Much needed. 7 points for the blue sprinter. 6 points for the blue ruler. 5 points for the black sprinter. Then we've got 4 points for the green ruler, 3 points for the red ruler, 2 points for the red sprinter, and just the 1 point for the green sprinter. But there is, of course, the small matter of the bonus. So the sprint star bonus point goes to the black sprinter Let's pop that in there. So that's how that stage finished. 8 points, much needed. So we got 14 points across that, which is good. 13 points went to the blue team overall. Let's have a look then, first of all, at the team totals. No surprises there. Although, my team now looking very strong for a second place. That is looking amazing. And how things looking in the yellow jersey. Oh, look at that. That is incredible. 45 points and 45 points. Alain Royale and Scott Raven. So it really is anyone's yellow jersey, isn't it? Goodness me, how exciting. I bet you're on the edge of your seat, aren't you? I'm sure you must be. Okay, let's go and have a look at how things worked out in terms of exhaustion going through to the final. Well, it's not looking too bad for the sprinter because there'll just be one to take through, but there's this massive pile for the rouleur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll take one of those away. So there's going to be 4 to go through going into the final stage. Well, anything can happen, so make sure you join us to find out if the yellow jersey will be mine and just how close can we get to that amazing peloton team. Until next time, don't be bored, be a board racer. Bye-bye.